Let's begin the warfare, shall we?
So this
It's
is.
been nice knowing you guys, really.
So far, Kid was victorious against Christian, and now it's Pyro versus Kid. I've got you both in a room. Do you need a refresher on the rules? Are you good to go?
I
I'm
am
good to go.
ready.
Cool.
I was born ready for this day.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. Then I'm gonna leave the room. That way, you guys can just have at. Ready?
Have
Up.
at 'em! I consent to this terms and conditions.
Very good. Best of luck to both of you, gentlemen.
Best of luck to you, kid. You is gonna need it.
All right. So Pyro versus Kid. This is, I believe, the final round of the tournament. Going to be interesting for sure. Let's see. I wasn't really paying attention. Unfortunately, I was checking the stream. I'm currently recording for YouTube, streaming on YouTube and everything. We've got the GLA Toxin General for PyroMusical, and we've got, was that Vanilla GLA for Kid? Interesting. Planning on a rush, planning on, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to see what happens. A lot of space in between his supply. That's much better.
User joined your channel.
Still, this is interesting. I'm not too sure how this is going to pan out. Seeing someone sell off their command center that early makes me feel a little nervous. Okay, they look like two arms dealers this early. I was like, what? Right now, Kid's still sitting on 5,000. Both are teching up at relatively the same speed. However, I'm not seeing Kid do any... Yep, here we go. Here's his worker. His expansion's a bit late behind Pyro. Pyro's doing a much better job with his expansion. Now, I'd like to see who's going to take over those civilian structures, considering Christian didn't do a whole lot of taking in the last match. I'll be interested to see who comes in and who takes what.
Okay, and hello, it's Ninja here, and I know what generals they are, so yay. Demo and Toxin?
Toxin and Vanilla.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay, I thought it was Demo. Okay.
I thought I saw no insignia, but we'll see.
I'm used to the mod. I thought I saw bombs in it or something. I was getting a little lag, so I thought I saw bombs in the building. And I go by that now. I don't go by the symbol.
Fair enough.
And anyway, hi, it's Ninja.
So these both guys have already spent down their cash, which is good to see. Pyro's, again, like I said, economically doing a much better job expanding. Kid is doing pretty much the exact same thing he did the last match. So I don't know if that's interesting or not, but he's not taking that second supply dock. He's putting the barracks here, which is going to give him really great positioning for these civilian structures, but he's wide open to a rush from Pyro. Let's see here. We do have some units. If he rushed with that, let's take a quick gander here. 2 quads would do some damage, but he'd have to almost teleport them there to make it of any effect. So let's see what's going to happen here.
He had to build his tunnel network through a technical. That's the only way he would be able to get that fast over the map.
Right. So that looked out pretty smart. If Kid rushes with what he's got right now, he could net Pyro.
I feel like he's going to.
Well, we're gonna see what
Wait.
happens.
Is Kid just building rocket troops at his barracks again?
Yeah. Oh, he's
Oh
got
my
two
God.
quads, 2 scorpions as well. But I don't know why he just loves infantry. Infantry is not a bad spot, but you need to have 2 things. One, not go up against a Toxin General, which he is up against, which he might not know that yet. He might not be aware of who he's up against yet, because he hasn't done anything Toxin-y yet. The second thing is, only build those kind of infantry if it's really of good benefit. That only really makes sense if you're the Chinese infantry general or stuff with reduced price. The thing is, right now, as we're going to see, Kid took over this whole town in the last match. But right now, poof, Toxin. Toxin's really going to ruin a lot of his pipe dreams if he's not careful. So building a crap ton more infantry is not going to pan out well for him. Kid is looking at 1,000. Pyro's looking at about 4,000, 5,000. Pyro is more than halfway done, almost done with his palace. Kid is not teching up. Kid is defending up. He's turtling. He's putting a tunnel network by his supply stash. That's not a bad move. But the problem is, without proper expansion, Kid's now stuck in the corner. Okay, he now knows that they're Toxin. He knows he's Toxin. And Pyro's expanding further. This might be the first time Pyro's victorious in a tournament. That'd be good to see.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Got interrupted. So
I wasn't waiting for you to say anything, so that's fine. You don't have to apologize.
No, I was gonna say something about Toxin General. Here's your cool benefit. He is your #1. I want to capture all the structures general. I'm gonna say it right out loud. Because first at the start of the game, you kill every single ranger, infantry unit that wants to capture, even the minigunner if you get a garrison. Certain maps like Triple Threat or what the hell it's called, the island with 3 players, that's a really good one to use them on because the garrison in the middle, you can poison the guys in that area, etc, etc. Just Toxin in general can kill all the infantry so easy early game. So when kids building these RPG men early game, they're gonna do absolute crap. Now, there's another thing Kid could have done. He could have built 4 tunnel networks, had the same amount of infantry, plus a $200 tunnel that does everything against infantry. Like, really good against infantry.
Right.
He could have defended his supply, he could have defended the front line. He could have even been in Pyro's base by then. That's just something people don't think. Because basically, you're putting an investment in the tunnel networks, which is building a barracks, then you build a tunnel network wherever you want on the map, which pops 2 infantry out worth $300 each. Basically, you're paying for a $200 tunnel with 2 rocket men who can garrison that tunnel whenever you want. You could pop 8 of them out of a tunnel from 4 other networks or etc.
So, interesting turn of events. Kid built a tunnel network on the other side of the map, and he's moving all those rocket infantry over. If he complements with his vehicles, he'll be able to stab Pyro really, really well.
Oh, I see it now.
This is actually pretty slick. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you while you were talking. This could be really interesting, depending on how this pans out. He needs a vehicle support, though.
Yeah, he needs to get quads in there, or some scorpions, or technicals even.
I don't see any tunnel networks. Let me just do another scan so I'm not eating my own words. I see no tunnel networks in Pyro's primary base. Kid might have a really good stab at Pyro with this.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, Pyro's and my screen digging around with demo. Guess you were gonna mention that, but I was talking.
Yeah, you were talking. I didn't want to. Yeah, well executed from Pyro. Kid, get
sorry.
attacking with those things.
You can talk over me when it's something important like that.
That's
do
fine.
ramble, so.
We've now got the rest of the vehicles. I don't see a ton of anything except a few rocket buggies from Pyro. Jarman Kell, there we go. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, you need a radar van.
He didn't bring any detectors.
Uh-oh, so he's going to lose a unit for sure there. Or all his rocket army.
He lost all the rocket army almost immediately, yeah.
Oh, God. Donovan's annoying.
That
micro him very well.
That was a really good push attempt.
Just, yeah.
Does he have the Scorpion rocket upgrade? Okay, thank goodness he does.
That's very good, and it's pretty much the main reason for the Scorpion. The cannon isn't the greatest, so most people just use the rockets.
Here's where we can see with 1 or 2 extra units would have changed everything. An extra radar van, maybe 2 more quads would have really put this in Kid's favor. Right now, he's still gonna have to contest with Jarman Kell, which is not gonna help at all. And Jarman's doing a good job concentrating on Scorpions first because that's more structure damage.
Yeah.
Okay, Kid, get moving with those things.
Uh-oh. Kid might win if he does a good rush here, because Pyro only has his rocket buggies.
It's not gonna...
Rocket buggies... Yeah.
I think,
he took them out.
I think, Pyro will micromanage better. And Kid went right past the palace, which is loaded with Toxin RPG troopers. Yep, Kid's attack is over. That was very, very solid attempt. That was pretty darn spot on. I'm really happy to have seen that from Kid. That was, like I said, a radar van, 2 more quads. I think he would have had it. But now the problem is that attempt failed. Pyro now knows where a weak point is. He's probably going to beef that up with some troops. And the even bigger thing is Kid doesn't have a plan B. Let's talk economy here. Pyro's sitting on 17,000 damn near. Kid's sitting on 1,000. Why?
He'd actually spend his money.
Yeah, why? Because look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He has every supply dock on the map. Except for Kid's.
And yeah, no one has the capturables though. That would balance it out if he went for them, but he didn't.
Pyro actually snagged in and took 3 of the 5 capturables. 3 of the 6. I keep saying 5. There's actually 6.
Yeah, because there's one across the road from that one, and then there's one up in the way north.
Yep. I don't really see Kid taking this one out. Unfortunately for Kid.
No, Kid went in there, didn't expand. Map is not mailed for rushing. That was the main reason I picked it. I didn't want to see everyone just rush in the end because last tournament I found that was what it was.
Yeah.
So I decided, let's mix it with this.
Pyro has his trademark rocket buggies out, and he's also just building. His Scudstorm is at 20%.
Oh god. What's Kid doing? He's just sitting there with a small base. He's taking up last, but that's just because he has lower economy.
He's just sitting. He just built his palace, so that gives him rocket buggy tech. But unless Kid 100% concentrates right now on late game economy, there's nothing left. A good rush. Kid's got 2 Scorpions, 2 quad cannons, and that's it. And whatever base he has. I think Pyro could pretty much take him out with just the rocket buggies. Pyro's good at microing those things.
He is. He's got a lot of practice with them over the years. The only thing that can, or not over the year, over the months, the only thing that really can stop him is aircraft. And as far as I know, Kid's got no aircraft because GLA.
Right.
So, yeah. That's a Scud launcher would work, but whoop. No.
And right on cue, we've got our cavalcade of 7 rocket buggies here. Let's see what happens. Kid is now producing rocket buggies. There's 2 of them. That's good to see. He's teching up.
Yeah, he's finally getting somewhere with the tech, but he's behind.
Yeah, he doesn't have any money right now, though. So Kid, if Pyro can make this work, if Pyro can make this work, Kid is pretty toast.
The best way to take out Pyro early game was to take back the economy he tried to capture, because he put so much investment in it. You could have just ran over his workers, blew up the structures, and done. You would have 2 more supplies.
And I think, yeah, if he didn't buy so many rocket infantry and Kid surrendered, understandably, he was holed in. Okay, that's 1 for Pyro.
Yeah.
We should jump in the room and see if they're interested in a second or if that's it.
Yeah. Let's see how this ends. We teleport in there, it's gonna be 5Q Pyro or something.
Probably. Oh, let's see.
User joined your channel.
Hello.
Hey guys.
There you go. So round
round 1. So Kid, do you want to do round 2 as well, or just done?
Because you're playing Tox and
You're done?
you're done.
I'm done.
Okay. Then
Alright.
the last one is Hydra if he wants to attend.
As long as Pyro is GLA, I'm done.
Well, you tried to rush, which is good, but you didn't go for the expansion for your base or anything. That was one of your errors.
And then
I
I just
tried,
took that
but
money.
by the time I was already doing that, he already had Toxin Ranger to deal with my Rangers. I can't beat a Toxin Ranger with a Ranger.
Right. No, I
Rebel.
get you.
True. You could have sent a worker though right from the start from your command center, and that's the best way to capture it. Just send one of your workers to go up there, because if you wait too long, obviously you won't be able to capture it. So.
Because
If-
Pyro. Because Pyro. It's Pyro.
Yep.